Right, ladies and gentlemen, here an explanation about exercise 63, where they already gave you a kind of an explanation how you need to work. Because very important is what you find on this board is that we need to create before the x squared the number 1. So if you have, for example, 6x squared, you need to divide everything by 6 because we need to create the x squared. So let me have a look at the exercises at 63. The first one, it's 2x squared plus 8x minus 10 is equal with 0. So we need to divide everything by 2 because in front of the x squared there's a 2. So if I divide 2x squared by 2, it's x squared. Divide the other one, 8x, then it will be 4x. And divide minus 10 by 2, then you get minus 5 is equal with 0. So what do I need inside the brackets? X plus 5 and x minus 1 is equal with 0. So x plus 5 is 0. Or x minus 1 is 0. So x is minus 5 or x is 1. There you go. That's the first one. B. 8x squared plus 8x is equal with 16. Now, we need to write down as a form like ax squared plus bx plus c is equal with 0. So on the right side is equal with 0. Then you get 8x squared plus 8x minus 16 is 0. Before the x squared there's an 8, so divide everything by 8. Then you get x squared plus 1x, just x minus 2 is equal with 0. So x minus 1 and x plus 2 is equal with 0. X minus 1 is 0 or x plus 2 is 0. So x is 1 or x is minus 2. There you go. Exercise C. An half x squared is equal with 4x plus 10. Now let's create on the right side is equal with 0. Then you get a half x squared minus 4x minus 10 is 0. Because in front of the x squared is a half, I'm gonna multiply everything by 2. So you get x squared minus 8x minus 20, and even the 0 I'm gonna multiply by 2, but that's still 0. Now, to create your x's, then you get x is minus 10 and x plus 2 is equal with 0. So x minus 10 or x plus 2 is 0. Sorry, it's equal with 0. So x is 10 or x is equal with minus 2. Exercise D. Minus 5x squared plus 25x is equal with minus 70. Alright, so I'm gonna add on both sides 70. Then you get minus 5x squared plus 25x plus 70 is equal with 0. I'm gonna divide everything with minus 5. So you get x squared, and then you get a negative 5x, and then minus 14 is equal with 0. Because 70 and positive 70 divided with minus 5, it's negative minus 14. Alright, to find your x's, you get x minus 7 and x plus 2 is equal with 0. So x minus 7 is 0, or x plus 2 is 0. So x is 7, or x is minus 2. Alright, exercise E. 64 minus 4x squared is equal with 0. I'm gonna write down, we just need to look at which theory we're gonna use. In this case, we're not gonna use the product sum method because I only see the x squared and a number. So in the form like x squared is equal with c. Alright, so you get minus 4x squared is equal with minus 64. Now divide everything with minus 4, then you get x squared is equal with 16. So x is the square root of 16, or x is minus the square root of 16. So x is 4, or x is minus 4. Then we're gonna look at the last one. Exercise F is 3x squared minus 12x is equal with 63. So you get 3x squared minus 12x minus 63 is equal with 0. Divide everything by 3. You get x squared minus 4x minus 21 is equal with 0. So x plus 3 and x minus 7 is equal with 0. X plus 3 needs to be 0, or x minus 7 is equal with 0. So x is minus 3, or x is 7. And that was exercise 63.